All right, so real quick, there's always a little bit of bio there. My 6 children actually are a blended family. I don't want you to think I went psycho and went crazy like a rabbit. I got remarried 5 years ago to my beautiful queen, Christy. We do have 3 dogs. Last week was our 5-year anniversary. I was going to buy my wife and I agreed to a new bedding set. And she said, that sounds good, but look what I got for you. She walked in with a new puppy as our present for, so I was going to take a picture of the dog, but it was too cute. It would have totally stolen the show, and I hate being upstaged by a cute little puppy. So that was my 5-year anniversary present. That's hardly there. University of Arizona alumni, sorry to offend you, Sun Devils, right? Bear down. No, I don't want to bear down. 1990, economics, and my minor was in cellular biology and chemistry, so I'm wonderful at a cocktail party. I know a little bit about a lot of useful things. I can talk about mitochondria. I can talk about the price elasticity of demand. Whatever you want, I'm your man. Oh my God. I mentioned I'm really involved in local politics. I've always been excited about politics. I'm currently the president of the Peoria School District Governing Board. I was elected in 2014. I've worked on congressional campaigns, gubernatorial campaigns. I've always found it fascinating how dirty, disgusting, and at the same time exciting politics are. Maybe there's a 50-50 chance right now I actually may run for a state office in 2016, so look to either vote for me or against me if you live in my district. Hobbies, pretty typical: golf, tennis, skiing, and boating. None of them I can really afford at this point. Performed stand-up comedy actually for 3 years. It was 2.6 years. The math side of me says you round up. So it was 3 years. And then improv comedy. So that's kind of a substitute for medication usually, is performing in stand-up comedy. Real quick, a lot of people have asked, they don't really understand exactly what we do. They say, are you just kind of like a data doctor or fix something? So actually we're a little bit more complicated than that and provide a wider range of services. What I mean by that is we actually have 2 companies. I've announced or been part of BNI as Accelera Data Systems, which is kind of a computer services company. But our parent company that I started about 7 years ago is Nova Mesa Computers. Nova Mesa Computers is basically a mini Dell or HP or Toshiba. We actually build our own custom computers under our own brand. I brought some here, everything from high-powered graphic workstations, microcomputers, mini ones here for the office. We actually build and manufacture high-performance servers, desktops, laptops, workstations. We sell them all over the U.S. We have service in all 50 states. We've actually sold, I'll get it in a second. So we're Arizona's premier builder, compete with Dell and HP. I already mentioned that. Basically, why would you buy a computer from our parent company, Nova Mesa Computers? 3 things. We use better components. If you buy Dell or HP, they usually take whatever comes in off the dock from the boat from China and they slap it into your computer. You can have 2 computers bought on the same day, completely different components. We match, just like a race car, we match all the components up to get the absolute best performance. We have better price on all of our computers strictly because we don't have the overhead. And quite honestly, wouldn't you rather call us and talk to people who built the computers versus somebody reading off a script 3,000 miles away trying to diagnose your computer? And we're really easy to work with, quite honestly, because we literally love what we do. You're actually talking to the technologists who worked on your system. Here, we're not just out of my mom's garage. A lot of people said you build computers out of somewhere in the back garage. We actually are in the Deer Valley Air Park. We employ 7 people. We have a capacity of 1,000 computers a month in our facility. We've sold computers and servers to U-Haul International, which is actually based here in Phoenix. We've sold to PayPal. We actually sold servers, beat out a big contract from Hewlett-Packard, beat them out, selling servers to NASA at Edwards Air Force Base in California. Streets New York, a local company here people are familiar with. But we've sold computers to 26 of the 50 states. We've actually sold servers to Africa. Funny enough, Microsoft Technology or Financial Services in Africa actually purchased from us. A couple things that make us better. Warranty service. We built a bunch, handled by the people. This is a big one. No trialware. Have you ever purchased a brand new computer from Dell, HP, or Toshiba, and there's 55 programs on your desktop, all that expire in 30 days and just take up resources? We only load Windows 7, 8, or 10, or whatever you want. That's all we do. You get a nice, clean, well-running machine. Now, the company that I've joined BNI for, even though I kind of should start talking about both, because they're really one half is hardware and one half is the services. Every company buys computer hardware, but doesn't every computer also have problems with their hardware, with their network and security? So it's really the best of both worlds. So Accelera Data Systems, a little bit about us. Really 2 things that you want to look at when you're looking at services. There's 2 types of companies. There's a break-fix company, which is basically 1 or 2 people who just come out, you call them, hey, my computer's got skull and crossbones on the screen, I need to do a printer hooked up, and that's it. And you don't talk to them for another year. That's break-fix. Although we do that, we actually go 1 step higher. We do what's called outsourced or managed IT services, where we actually intimately get involved with your IT. We load a little agent on every single computer we manage that reports back to our technicians. We're open 7 days a week, 12 hours a day. We monitor in real time everything that happens to every component. We can tell you when a fan stops working in a computer. I can tell you when someone sticks a flash drive in a computer that's not allowed. I can tell you if an employee loads on Facebook chat and that's not an approved program. I can tell you if someone is going in or out of your business with a large amount of data, meaning someone's trying to hack in or turning your computer in your office to a spam server, which Cox will shut you down if they see that. So it is a much more intimate. We tell you, and we proactively own, we call IT 360, we own your technology so that you never have to worry about it. You're a law firm, an accounting firm, a doctor's office, chiropractor, whatever you are, that's what you specialize in. Think of the time you take away from your business trying to either install or manage or update or undo problems that technology causes. And that's not even talking about what technology should I take advantage of to increase revenue and decrease expenses. We manage it for you. We let you know what's going on and be proactive so you're never having to worry about your technology. As technology invades our offices, we need more than occasional support. Name one company, I brought this up at on the edge of up. Name one person here, and be honest, who is not addicted to technology. And I mean that in a good way, not that you can't stop if you take your cell phone and you start shaking, but how many of us are addicted to the point where we completely are dependent? If I went in your office, took all your computers away, and erased all your data, how many of you would drink heavily and walk off a cliff? Of course you would. Here's a great, funny, quick story. I only have a couple minutes left. Streets in New York is one of the companies. We manage all of their restaurants here in the Valley. Before we got there, they actually had someone who walked in, an employee on the flash drive with pictures of his kid's birthday, didn't realize it had a virus, stuck it into the server, invaded like about 7 or 8 seconds. It wiped out 3 years worth of sales data. How do you exist when you lose 3 years worth of sales data? Okay? So, do they need occasional support? No. We monitor and manage it now. As soon as someone sticks a flash drive in there, we get an alert. It actually locks it down until we call the store and say, is it okay? Someone just put a flash drive in. Is it appropriate for them to look at pictures? Yeah, go ahead. It's a company training meeting, and we allow it to happen. So we are that good, not from a cocky point of view, but you have to be these days. And then, can't always afford a full-time IT person. Great. We are going to companies with 50 to 100. Our sweet spot's really maybe 10 to 15 computers up to 250 computers. And we do less, of course. We'll certainly do break, fix, and stuff like that. But most of those companies can't afford a $60,000 plus benefit and bonus IT person. We have 7 technicians that scale up and scale down for your needs. What happens if you had 3 or 4 things happen in your company all at the same time? Could that one person run around? What if he or she's on vacation? What if they're sick, a day off? We have 7 days a week. We can throw 7 people on your problems all at once, whether we all drive over there or whether we do it remotely. 7 people scale up and fix 7 problems at once and scale down to 1, all without increasing your costs at all because we deal with a flat fee. Okay, here's a quick statement that you'll all love this. 78% of companies have no information security plan. You are a wonderful honeypot for hackers. Only 35% of businesses back up their business or their data daily. 52% don't delete old accounts when you fire an employee. Guess what? They're remoting in. We see it all the time. 65% haven't changed it from password 123. 70% have no disaster recovery plan. That's scary. If you lost your data, here's a great statistic that'll scare the crap out of you. 37% of small businesses, less than 250 employees, that have a catastrophic data loss are out of business within 1 year. Hurricane Katrina hit, Hurricane Sandy hit. Businesses by the thousands no longer exist. Not because their business was wiped out. You can get insurance to rebuild your building. They lost all their data. They didn't have it backed up somewhere off-site. They are out of business and bankruptcy because of that. A majority of people are working a reactive plan. You can afford good service. We don't charge. We charge by the number of computers and servers you have. For 1/3 the cost of a full-time IT person, you have a staff of Microsoft certified engineers to scale up and scale down at no extra charge. That's the new way of managing IT. Quick things here as we wrap up the last couple of seconds. Computer management, we make sure your computers are always running. Business continuity, you cannot be without your data from any device, anytime. We make sure your uptime is 99.99%. Information security, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when you'll become a subject of a hacking attack. I'm going to skip through that, and our last thing here. What to listen for with a great for referral. Here we go. When your customers complain about computers, because a lot of people are intimidated about technology. I've had a lot of one-to-ones, and people say, I didn't know you did that, or I wasn't quite sure how to talk about it. Everybody uses a computer. Everybody needs services. So in conclusion, When your customers complain about computer problems, everyone pulls their hair out. I hate this computer. Concerned about being hacked, moving to a larger business, needing to repair their computers, or looking for help in using technology. We offer you as a bonus, in conclusion, a free company assessment. I don't care if you've got 2 or 200 employees. Let us come find the holes, because it's a lot easier to deal with us now and have us yelling at you for leaving your passwords as password 123 than losing your data and being out of business a year from now. Again, it's Matt Bullock, Accelera Data Systems, powering the technology of business. Woo!